Hi, and welcome back to this continuing discussion on business tourism part 3. ICT in business tourism. In the recent past, information and communication technology, ICT, has changed the business scenario. Business practices have been transformed. Business traveler requires the use of technology for smooth and hassle free travel to the destination. Telecom, Wi Fi, courier, email, video conferencing, scanning, online transfer facilities are helpful during business travel. Digital technology is the outcome of ICT revolution, which covers simple to complex gadgets ranging from telephone, smartphone, internet, Wi-Fi, GPS, GIS, etc. These things have almost become a way of life, or let's say a new way of life for most of us. Can we imagine a day without our smartphone? No. Our entire life revolves around technology today, from kitchens to boardrooms. And the business traveler is almost completely dependent on ICT while he or she is working away from office premises. The world market has become a global village with the help of information and communication technology. It is now easy to access various stakeholders across the globe. The e commerce and e marketing have further developed the scope of business activities. It provides an important platform to tour operators as they can easily approach hotels and prospective customers for their business to business, that is B2B, and business to customer, that is B2C queries. The outcome multiplies socioeconomic development of a destination, and the role of ICT can be further pinpointed as there is number one, increased scope of business operations, number two, better access to global market, number three, it is easier to operate than before, then new opportunities for networking are available. Number five, prompt response and supply can be ensured. And easy payment and collection method is available. One key reason for the impressive growth of business travel has been the industry's adoption of pioneering technology. The new apps and smart devices would definitely affect the pace of advancement in business travel. Online travel agencies are also coming up with new software for expansion of business travel, including currency exchange and cash machine. Hotel and transport industry are also designing new platforms to provide real-time information on booking of accommodation, flights, and other travel arrangements. Concert services, smart itinerary management, travel assistance, artificial intelligence would facilitate business traveler to maintain a work-life balance and happiness index by exploring the destination they are visiting. Smart feedback systems are defining new trend in service quality management for business travel. Every day, new travel solutions are coming into the market. In the aviation sector, passengers' heart rate, tiredness, hydration level, and body temperature are giving the airlines a unique insight into the needs of their passengers. The future of business travel is definitely quite dynamic due to the use of new technological devices. Business to business trade becomes easy as enterprises are involved in transactions with other organizations in the tourism and related businesses. Retailing becomes easy as consumer can approach online to the supplier and services can promptly be delivered online. Tickets are now booked online, delivered online, and used in soft forms too. Public authorities can collect the information and taxes online. Even they can provide online approvals. Visas can be applied for online and approvals are also obtained online. Therefore, ICT becomes important for the government bodies under the public private partnership. The future of business travel is quite dynamic, as I already said, due to the rise of new technological devices. The stakeholders' networking becomes stronger and improved as all are connected and making transactions with their partners, including value added services. Group of companies can be formed with the help of technology for their efficiency and competitive improvement to target the market. Today, ICT can redesign inter-organizational relationship by gathering information about the micro and macro environment. ICT provides an opportunity for creativity and innovation to the tourism and hospitality industry. Effective implementation and maintenance of ICT facilities are important. Recently, touchless travel and stays also emerging as a new trend. Air tickets, booking, local transfers, hiring taxi, check-in into the hotel, luggage scanning with in-room facilities are other areas where ICT upgradation is going on and is important. Let's spot the difference. Business tourist versus leisure tourist. The world of business traveler exists in parallel to that of the leisure tourist. Sometimes business tourists use similar services such as leisure tourists, hotels rooms, and airline seats. Other times they use services which are uniquely offered to them such as convention centers, exhibition venues, etc. Even where they use the same hotel and airlines, they are given special provisions. The expectations of business travelers tend to be higher than those of an average leisure tourist. Thus, business tourism is a very different activity compared to leisure tourism. Likewise, the business traveler is a fundamentally different consumer when compared to the leisure tourist. This may be because, number one, they are more experienced travelers and therefore have a more comprehensive understanding of general standards in the tourism industry. Number two, they are often traveling on a higher daily budget than the leisure traveler. Number three, the airline and hotel industries have recognized the monetary worth of the business traveler and therefore have directed a lot of their services towards them. Thus, in the process, have contributed to their enhanced expectations. There are certain parameters based upon which business tourism and leisure tourism can be segregated. Now, let us count the differences between business tourism and leisure tourism. You can see this chart on the screen over here, which has three divisions, that is parameters, then about business tourism, and then about leisure tourism. As far as payment is concerned, it is sponsored in business tourism, but leisure tourist makes his or her own payment. Destination choice is pre-decided. There is no choice for a business tourist, but leisure tourist can make his or her own choice. Duration is short for a business traveler, but comparatively longer for the leisure tourist. Planning can be planned or can be sudden for a business tourist, but well planned for a leisure tourist. The time of travel is no specific time for a business traveler. It is as per requirement. But leisure tourist travels during tourism season. Frequency of travel is relatively frequent for a business tourist, but relatively infrequent for a leisure tourist. Accompanying. Co-workers and sometimes family accompanies a business tourist, but family and friends usually and mostly accompany leisure tourists. Places of visit can be commercial and industrial for a business traveler, but leisure tourist will visit places full of tourist attractions like hills, seaside, etc. Food is pre-decided for a business tourist because that's not his primary concern, but it is on choice for a leisure tourist, of course. Shopping is very less as far as business tourist is concerned, but substantial when it comes to leisure tourists. Exhibitions and fairs, a business tourist would definitely visit any business exhibition and fair which is going on at the location, but a leisure tourist would like to go for tourist fairs and festivals. Consumer type. Business tourist is a consumer who uses service but not a customer. That is, the office or the organization is paying on his or her behalf. So he or she is not the one who is making the choices actually. But as far as the leisure tourist is concerned, since they are paying for themselves, their choices, of course, are primary and they can make their own choices as much as they want. Now, here are more differences between business tourism and leisure tourism. Although business traveler and leisure tourists differ in certain characteristics, but we have to take note of the fact that many services, facilities, and attractions of leisure tourists today are also common to business tourists. For example, business and leisure travelers use the same services such as transportation, entertainment, and restaurants. This brings us to a very pertinent point: the linkage between the business travelers and the leisure tourists. It is important to recognize that throughout history, there has been a strong link between leisure and business tourism. Let us see these links. When the working day is over, the business traveler becomes a leisure tourist, eating out at restaurants, drinking in bars, and watching entertainment performances. This is what follows after a long working day. Conferences and conventions often have social or cultural programs for delegates, which will probably feature attractions predominantly aimed at leisure tourists such as folklore, visit to museums, themed dinners, etc. When business travelers finish the business they have to conduct, they may choose to stay on for a few days further as a leisure tourist. This is more likely to be the case if the destination is a long way from their home or is a famous tourist destination. They may well use this extra time to take an add on trip to adjacent destinations also. Business travelers may take their partners with them. While they are working, their partners may be behaving as a leisure tourist. Pre and post conference tours and excursions are common in business today. The links with leisure tourism. Many decisions concerning the selection of event destinations are heavily influenced by the recognition that delegates will often decide to attend if they perceive the destination to be attractive for leisure activities. There are three links between business tourism and leisure travel that have implications for destinations. Number one, business travelers become leisure travelers when the working day is over, whatever time of the day this may be. Many conferences have social programs of leisure activities for delegates. These may take place in the evenings or even in the daytime. Alternatively or additionally, they can also feature post conference tours, which take place once the conference or event has ended. Partners often accompany business tourists on their trips, and while the business tourist is working, the partner is free to act as a leisure tourist. Once the working day is over, they will usually become a leisure couple. Furthermore, in addition to incentive travel, there are other forms of business tourism which explicitly and directly link business and leisure tourism. For example, some training courses take the form of team building exercises involving sailing and mountain sports. For example, destinations which seek to attract business tourism must recognize the importance of the existence of leisure attractions to the business traveler. Destination management. Destinations require effective management if they are to satisfactorily meet the needs of the business tourists. This management takes several forms, as can be seen in the slide. However, these responsibilities are not often exercised by just one organization. While local government is usually responsible for many management roles in destinations, it could also involve central government agencies, regional government agencies, joint public private sector partnership organizations, private companies, and universities and colleges. The scope of business tourism management: marketing and the provision of information concerning the destination, Number 2 is the operation of publicly owned conference exhibition venues. And number 3 is managing quality standards in respect of all aspects of the product and taking actions if there are problems. These steps have to be kept in mind as far as the business tourism destination management is concerned. Then, number 4 is ensuring the reliability of utilities such as electricity and water supplies, ensuring the safety and security of business visitors, particularly in relation to crime and fire safety, maintaining the standards of the physical environment, including street cleaning and the maintenance of open spaces. Then, training and education for all staff involved in servicing the needs of business tourists, planning and developing infrastructure, including venues and transport. The third session of week 1 ends here. The discussion will continue in the fourth video.